In this video, we are going to discuss regarding the Parkinson disease. What is Parkinson disease? Parkinson disease is a degenerative brain disorder. That's means certain brain cells slowly dying. Some brain cells slowly dying dies over time. So mainly the cell are dopaminergic. The cell are dying are dopaminergic neurons which synthesis and secrete the dopamine or make this brain cell make dopamine. It is a chemical or catecholamines which control the movement, help to control movement. It's a catecholamine. It's synthesized from the tyrosine. Catecholamine. And the special neurons. The special neurons are located in the brain cell. That is the substantia nigra. And substantia nigra pars compacta. This is a nigra means black. It's appear black due to the melanin pigment in these neuron. So focus on dopamine. What is a dopamine? Dopamine is a messenger chemical, and it's have to the big role to the control, starting and main role, big role to starting and controlling the starting and stopping the movements or movement. So dopaminergic neurons send dopamine to the synthesis dopamine and send to the these dopaminergic neurons send dopamine from substantia nigra to stratum contain caudata and putamen, which is a part of basal ganglia. So this pathway is called nigrostriatal pathway. Stratal pathway, and it's like a highway, like express highway. And if dopamine release, like green signal, from the red to the green signal is passed and the function is going on. So it is a express pathway, express highway. This pathway is like express highway. Moving on, what happened in the Parkinson disease? So this dopamine neurons dies, and that lead to the decrease the dopamine. So that there is a decreased dopamine that lead to the problem in the starting coordinating control and or coordinate the movement coordinate movement problem. Decreased dopamine leads to problems of this starting the movement, controlling and the coordinate the movement. So if in the person this decrease the dopamine leading to these things, so there is occur or we can see in the patient seen in patient like this type of symptoms like slowness, stiffness or hardness and the tremor, rigidity and tremors. And there is in the Parkinson disease there is some clinical presentation or clinical features. So clinical features are in the patient that are bradykinesia, like there is initiation of the slow movement occur, kinesia. Another, this means there is slow movement because of there is a less dopamine, decreased dopamine to the initiate movement Another is rigidity due to there is the muscles are stiffed due to imbalance of motor pathway like if we assume the arm muscle, so here is a relaxation, here is a contraction and relaxation. Due to decreased dopamine there is not proper relaxation, not proper relaxation contraction, so that leads to the rigidity in the muscle. After that there is a resting tumor, it means resting tremor due to like there is pill rolling or tremor at the rest due to abnormal signals dopamine also inhibit the abnormal signals, so there is no dopamine that lead to the increase the abnormal signals and that lead to the resting tremor. There is the face masked face in the patient clinical presentation. There is a facial muscle doesn't move and leading to blank inspiration. Moving on, there is a stood posture. Also partial quality of the stood posture. Like there is a muscle rigidity, and when the patient that muscle rigidity pulls the patient forward, like this is the normal patient, but in the stood portion there is a forward bending of the patient. This is known as stood portion due to the muscle rigidity. Muscle rigidity. Another one is the clinical patient postural inability. Postural instability means there is a poor balance to the patient. If the patient is standing or try to backward tilt or in front of it, they fall down. That leads to there is a postural inability. So poor balance and more prone to fall. That leads to more prone to fall. These are the clinical features of the patient. Moving on, how to diagnose or diagnosis person. Diagnosis. If the patient presented with, there is no single test. So there is if the patient is presented with the in the clinical diagnosis, there is if the patient presented with the bradykinesia with rigidity and tremor, tremors with not any non-cause like drugs or toxin you can diagnose. And there is also, and we check for the LDO response. If the patient is will response with L-DOPA, levodopa, L-DOPA, then it support to our diagnosis.